So that leads us into a really important one. So where should an organization get started? Where do they start their journey around governance for AI?
Yeah, I think it's a really, really good question. And I think that the organizations, it goes through a development journey as with most novel topics within an organization. It follows the red line of starting at the top, starting on a principal level, seeing how this becomes important for organization. Usually, sometimes we see that there are champions within an organization that can voice the topic that is important with governance. It's maybe important with AI ethics, but that can maybe start a movement, but in the end, it's the executive leaders that needs to take a decision: is governance of AI important? Having those executive support, one can start seeing how it is a natural prolongation and connection to existing strategies and existing direction. One can, of course, take inspiration from external policies and guidelines around the world, but in the end, it needs to be an integrated part of how the organization operates. As I developed a part of the IKEA's digital ethical policy, we were quite keen on seeing how it was connected and embedded with existing strategies, existing corporate values, because it needs to be well aligned and recognizable by the wider group of within the organization that this is slightly, it's new in terms of technology, but it's nothing new in how the organization operates. The next step is to see also to create a blueprint that makes sense within the organization. There is good examples of processes to embed governance and to be able to use technology to support governance. But it's as important also that it mirrors and connects with the organization as such. Some organizations have a quite mature data science organization. Then it may make sense that it is well embedded and led and integrated with the data science organizations first and foremost. Other organizations have a strong risk and compliance function, so maybe so that the governance as AI is a core part of risk management, while having, of course, engagement from the data science part of the organization to retrieve relevant evidence to support governance. So it depends upon the organization as such, but I would say overall it needs to connect across multiple functions. So data science and risk and compliance that I've mentioned, but also legal entities. You have business owners across the organization and executives that are supporting the governance process as such. And having technology and to support that process. So that's the simpler things. The harder things is engagement. Engagement of people. You can't embed AI governance without engagement of the critical subject matter experts, the engagement of business leaders that find this to be important, and as I mentioned from the start, engagement from executives. And the reason why engagement is so important is that this is a novel topic, so one needs to possibly learn on new concepts, new words. But even more importantly is that as I started off this conversation today, is that we're bringing in the people and society domain, which where we may have had the focus on business for a very long time. We're bringing in data as a part of business processes, and now we're bringing in the concept of how it impacts people as a part of the component. And we can't underestimate how that creates a different type of dynamics. It creates a dynamics where you need to give room for decisions of compromise between that. You're not only utilizing data for efficiency and productivity, but also need to be actively seeing how to have a process where you also have, let's say, human rights impact assessment, or you have analysis of how it impacts users. that you're engaging union representatives if it is an automation that highly impacts a certain group of coworkers. So you're actively engaging beyond only data and business, but also how it impacts people. And I would say also to see how you embed it in processes and utilize AI governance technology in a way that supports the efficiency of this. Because in the end, no one wants more bureaucracy when bringing in the layer of governance. But by using AI governance technology, that facilitates and supports the governance process to be as efficient as possible.